Usually, before I go shaking my tits for the press, I like to go see how the professionals do it. Some might say the chief of police has no business in an institution like this, but in fact it's the quietest and safest place in town. You won't run into any reporters, nobody gets into any fights, nobody drinks too much, nobody even raises their voice. The place is owned by an elderly gentleman who knows how to keep things under control. That's why I never invite my friends here. I wanted to make an exception for my 60th birthday, but most of my colleagues are young enough to be my sons, and they'd rather just hire prostitutes. Why stare at some boobs when you can take the whole package for yourself? But there's none of that in our club. Even looking too long is considered indecent. You can get an occasional glimpse, like by accident. The rest of the time you just pretend that you're immersed in conversation, or just come by for a drink. Doesn't mean these gentlemen wouldn't want their bald heads smothered in tits. It's just that nobody says it out loud. My younger colleagues might call it hypocrisy, but I call it the good old-fashioned manners. Good manners and leave the rest unsaid. She agrees to unbutton her blouse, and we agree not to pay too much attention. The girls are on a quiet prowl, too. They're looking for a way out of their cramped rooms. Maybe make friends with some wealthy patron with a pacemaker and dentures. Everybody wants something. But we have to control ourselves, or we'll all turn into libertines and prostitutes. Hell, if there weren't any rules, I'd be belching and farting, jumping up on the table, arms held high, yelling, "Shake it, baby!" No idea how I got so barbaric.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be playing This Is the Police. Well, we just saw a little bit of a pre-log there. I don't know what the hell that meant. So this is basically an in-depth story mode game where you kind of go around and you go and put your police officers on jobs, and then they complete the jobs, and then you get reports. And I have played a little bit of it. I've played a lot of it actually. I've tried to record this like 5 times before, and every time it did not work properly. So the 5th time is the charm, and we're just gonna dive straight into the story mode. And let's just do a new game. Yes, let's do this. Day 1, July 15th on Monday. City Hall confirms rumors of Jack Boyd's resignation. Mayor Rogers a sex maniac. Mark War 2 to be shown in Freeburg the day before the worldwide premiere by the mayor's personal request. Let's go to work. This is cool. I do really love this game, by the way.
When I was a kid, my father sometimes told me at bedtime that if I closed my eyes and didn't open them for a long time, all the demons would blow away. Yesterday I turned 60, but
Congrats.
I still take his advice. Not because I'm sentimental or want to keep the memory of my father alive. I just can't think of a better solution. To get away from all the demons that haunt Freeburg, I'd need to wear a blindfold 24/7. Plus, it's a good idea to act blind when talking to reporters. At least that's what my colleagues say. They're afraid of press conferences. But for me, it's more like a confessional. No matter what lies you tell, you're privately thinking the honest answers. It helps me remember who I am. The fact that I'll be reading all about it in the papers tomorrow is a small price to pay. Call it penance for the preacher. This is the first time I'm afraid of those answers my mind has given me. Not because I'm mad I'm losing my job. Though it's true, I'm mad as hell. Not because I subconsciously blame everyone else. Though I damn sure do blame them. And don't even ask me what my next move is. I can't imagine. But even that doesn't scare me. The worst thing is, I know I'm gonna have to do something. And I'll be damned if I know how far I'll go. I may have a lot of vices, but predictability isn't one of them. I learned a long time ago how to drive away the swarming demons. But what do you do when they're trying to rip your soul from your skin? Shutting my eyes tight as I can. The best solution remains the same: play blind. I just hope the reporters think I was blinded by the camera flash.
Good morning. Yesterday, the mayor's office officially announced your resignation. Did this come as a surprise, or did you know about it in advance? The mayor discussed it with me. Major Rogers told me that Mayor Rogers told me that once a fresh face. That he wants a fresh face running Freeburg Police Department. So no, it didn't come as a surprise. I may not be good at English, but this no work. You already know the name of your successor. I think it'd be a department veteran. After the recent corruption scandal, your deputy, Francis Kendrick, said he was looking forward to resigning. If the mayor offered him your position, would it change his mind? No way. He's made up his mind to leave. I don't see him affecting that decision. So we are a fraud? Although Kendrick was acquitted, many still believe that the police are cooperating with the mafia. Do you have anything to say about that? If a short-term agreement with the mafia helps us solve or prevent a crime, of course we try to make the best of it. Do you think your personal relationship with the mayor could be the reason behind your retirement? Of course it's the reason. Personal relations are always important no matter what anyone says. Thank you. I hope I didn't fuck that up.
How's the back today, Mr. Boyd?
Same
Sucks.
as usual.
How did the press conference go?
It
You
sucked.
can read about it in the newspapers tomorrow. Don't let anyone in.
Even Mr. Kendrick?
Especially Mr. Kendrick. As soon as I heard the door creak, I knew what face I'd see. When I tell Emma not to let anyone in, there's only one man it could be. Rude, arrogant, no warning. That's Mayor Rogers in a nutshell.
Okay.
White summer shoes, white socks, white shorts, white polo shirt, and the white smile of a hungry shark.
Seems like a dick.
Mayor Rogers enters every room like he owns the place. Even the floorboards under his feet sound like they're creaking an apology. He never shied away from the odd corruption scheme. It's like the devil walks behind him. In the movies, the villains controlling the city play golf with the judges. Rogers plays tennis with them instead.
Nice.
That's about the only difference.
So I hate this mayor.
Jack, I was hoping to catch you after the press conference. You ran away so quick.
There's no smoking at City Hall. No reason for me to hang around.
Well, this morning I signed a ban on smoking in all public buildings.
Sounds a
Soon
little
you
bit
won't
like
be able
William
to
Dafoe.
smoke here either.
Soon enough, I won't be here at all.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. The people of this city like you, Jack. The police chief of all people. Don't betray that, Jack. Don't get wrapped up in any schemes. Sit nice and quiet for the next 180 days, and you'll be remembered as a hero. That's the only thing that you still have left. Be the hero.
Then how am I supposed to scrape together a retirement fund?
You had a million chances to secure a luxury pension, one that even I would have envied, although I've never set aside any money for myself. I'm not planning to retire anytime soon.
What? My
180
city?
days of quiet, Jack. That's all I need. I don't have any problems with you, and you won't have any problems with me. I have a new assistant, Troy Starr. If you have something to tell me, call him. But try not to bother him. He's a busy man.
I'll do my best.
And quit smoking up the office. One of my friends will be using it soon.
Busy man indeed. A busy man.
I'm sorry, babe. Only the mayor has this number. Mr. Mayor?
Yeah, is this Troy Starr?
Yes?
Go fuck yourself, Troy Starr.
Oh, what a legend. I love this Jack. Day 2, July 16th. So I have to play this game for 180 fucking days. That's a long ass game. Civil servant, wages won't be raised this year. Head of Culture Department owes villa in Italy. Jack Boyd confirms police cooperation with the mafia. Whoops.
Cops don't use the police station cafeteria anymore. There's some kind of stigma against sitting shoulder to shoulder with your partners. Everybody just takes snacks from the machines or grabs a meal and hammers it down in the corner like a vulture on a corpse. The main thing? Don't look into anyone's eyes. Could be construed as an invitation to sit together. The only people eating here are ghosts. My deputy, Francis
Sorry.
Kendrick. He recently became one of those ghosts. The subject of one of the most devastating corruption scandals in the history of Freeburg. No evidence to support the accusations, but everyone knows Kendrick's days are numbered. I need that file I asked for. Needs to be ready tonight. Francis didn't say anything, but I understood. Ghosts aren't supposed to talk. Besides, I got a feeling he was already finished.
Then why didn't he give it to me, the mad bastard? Oh, hey, we got something. Would you like to receive tips? I'm a 6-year-old police officer chief and a few months away from retirement. I don't need anyone to tell me how to do my job. No, but show me what you've got. I'm not going to read the beginning first because I do know how this works by now. So basically what it says is like all of my officers here, and these are my detectives. The green bits on the right are their energy levels. Then this is their reputation. And of course their name. And then some of them in the bottom right of their card have like a drinking bottle, or they're lazy or something like that. And then you have to mind all of that. Start today. This gigantic cigar. Oh, that's cool. So... yeah, so every little bit of time we get a call and we have to send our officers there.
110B in progress.
The easy way to determine how difficult the task is because you can send like a lot of officers, but this time I can only send 2. So then you have to see like how many officers can I send? Do I need to take it seriously? Is it a prank something? It's really, it gets pretty complicated, I think. I've only played like 2 days, so when we get to day 3 it will all be new for me. Hit and run at the everyday mail. A married couple exited a convenience store and saw a van in the parking lot back over a homeless man who had been digging through a trash can. The driver jumped out to help, but once he saw that he hit a bum, he got back in the van and quickly drove away. I think this is something that Birdie can absolutely do by himself. Fight. The last picture showed theater. A theater manager reported during a showing of Citizen Kane, a drunk man attempted to force his way into the theater carrying a snowboard decorated with Rosebud. When he was denied entry, he violently attacked the cashier and is currently fighting with theater security. Kochi, go with Bryce. Hit and run. Report. Birdie. How did you do, man? Offender escaped, officers unharmed. Birdie, I'm glad you didn't get hurt, but you need to work on that next time. Oh, it's raining. Oh, cool. Fight. Report. Offender caught, officers unharmed. Civilians unharmed. Great job, guys. Great job. Armed robbery in the suburb. 3 teenagers armed with a shotgun robbed a videotape store and made off with their whole collection of adult movies. The criminals fled in the car, but the storm engine wrote down the car's license plate. The owner is Janet Brown, who lives in the suburbs. Yancy, go with Austin.
311A in progress.
We have a fight at Johnson, Jurgen and Kat's law firm. A brother and sister clashed with each other over their deceased father's will. According to one of their lawyers, we don't dare separate them. And our security guard's off duty tonight. I'm gonna send Asano. Should I send her? I'm gonna send her with Tsubaki, to be honest.
Progress.
We got an assault in the ghetto. A passerby saw some teenagers attacking an elderly musician, then run away with his guitar and his money. I'm gonna send Purdy, Price, and Koichi, to be honest, because I can send 3 officers.
We've got a
Hey, what's this?
here.
Armed robbery in the suburb. The vehicle in question is parked right outside the Browns' residence. The sound of moaning and loud laughter can be heard through the living room. Sneak in through the house and open the window. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Great job, guys. Great job. I'm proud of you.
311A.
How did this one go? Offender escaped, but officers are unharmed. Good job, guys, but work on it the next time. How did the assault in the ghetto go? Offender caught, officers unharmed. Price, you're doing a great job today.
Used to be when I asked Kendrick to stay late at the office, he liked to grumble and crack wise. Nowadays, he doesn't have the strength for it. Slumped shoulders, blank stare, wrinkled skin. The past few weeks, I don't hardly recognize my old friend. In his younger years, he reminded me of a gallant royal officer in an old Kipling story. Kendrick isn't just crumbling under the weight of the public pressure, but from the shame of it all. Internal Affairs raided the library he inherited from his grandfather, hoping they'd find buckets of cash stashed in the pages. Heard about the look on his face, the fearless policeman standing helpless in horror. I've known Francis for 30 years. The past 20 years he's played loose with the law. And I know that at a certain point every stolen dollar brings more misery than anything else. Probably sounds crazy, but I sympathize with the guy. What can I do? Your friends are your friends, and these are the waters we swim in.
Called all of the people on that list today. Now they know you're in business, so you could get a call from any of them. You don't need to worry about any of them. I've cleared them all.
And
Such
what
a
kind of
good
business
guy.
are we talking here?
It's nothing too serious, just like you asked. Should be just a few small favors. Payments will vary depending on the situation and who you're dealing with. How much are you looking to earn?
$500,000.
$500,000? Why not a whole million?
Because everybody wants to take $1 million. Figured I'd try something different.
$500,000 in 180 days? Well, you could earn it all above board if you netted all the big fish and hit all your bonuses.
Never knew you for a fisherman.
Well, you never got into my business, and I'm not trying to get into yours. But be careful about bringing in any other cops. Sooner or later, they'll put the finger on you. And one more thing, Jack. I remember what you said, but I should probably add one more name to that list. Christopher Sand.
Sand.
Okay, what's with the
Christopher
music?
G. Sand. Everyone knows the name, but few could tell you who he is. The old man stays away from the spotlight. Always wears old-fashioned jeans and knitted sweaters. Gives to charity. Rarely attends social events. An avid hunter, I hear. Even dabbles in poetry. You'd never guess he's the head of the oldest and most powerful gang in the city. Goes back as far as his great-grandfather. And Sand is strict about following the old rules. He rarely involves himself in commonplace murders and robberies. Hardly needs to intimidate anyone to get his point across. The people who work for him each have their sphere. They provide protection where needed, even work with the authorities when they want to make a deal. Meanwhile, Sand pulls the strings without getting his hands dirty. People sometimes mistake his quiet approach. A couple years ago, an arms dealer decided to expand its business without asking permission, and his whole family paid the price. In 4 weeks, Sand killed 31 people. Old men, women, even a few teenagers.
Damn.
And Sand's people made sure every paper reported it.
Seems like another guy I want to mess with.
Frank, I don't want to
Jack?
hear you say that name again.
Jack, please, listen to me. I'm in with these guys.
We agreed, Frank. That's not the kind of business I'm into. I don't go there. Never have, never will.
Construction of Cinema Museum postponed again. Francis Kendrick announces retirement date. Legendary singer Gennaro Crespo comes to Freeburg. Roy, I was up all night reading an exciting detective story called The Last Temptation of Neptune, but I didn't have time to get to the ending. I'm almost certain that the killer was the salesman's ghost, but I can't rest until I know for sure. Can I go home and finish reading the book? Yes, you can, because you're basically useless. Let's learn how to fire and hire cops. We need to go to affairs. We need to go to the police station. We need to go to the labor market. Proceed. Officer Robert Gordon. I'm gonna hire you for shift A. Personnel. Wait to free up a slot. Time to fire somebody. Oh, I may only move Bert. Why only? Oh, I was gonna say. Let's just fire Roy. I didn't come to work. Came to work drunk. He's too old. So, he's too old. Done. Okay.
211 in progress.
Oh, we have some vandalism at St. John's Cathedral. We received a frightening call from the local cathedral. This morning, the abbot discovered that someone entered the old cemetery during the night. The old yard's tombstones are painted with the satanic symbols, and some have been broken into pieces. It seems they are even marked from a shovel. Let's send Birch Jr. Let's send the Birches. Vandalism at Atticus Tower. Businessman Harley Jones, looking out his window, saw 2 teenagers scratching offensive slogans on his new car. Let's send Grant and Robbins. Report on the vandalism. Offender escaped, officers unharmed. Birch, you already suck so much, don't suck too much. Report on vandalism. Offender escaped, officers unharmed. Robbins, you suck. I also have a SWAT team. I wonder when SWATs become available. What's this? Sam Sorkin, King Louis. Why is this Mr. Boyd? My bouncer stuffed himself with Mexican food again. Now he can't get off the can. Meantime, outside the club stretching around the block. We need someone outside who can tell. Let's just send Birch Jr. to be honest.
Progress.
Drug sales. Anonymous call just came in. A clown carrying balloons at the skating rink selling crack to teenagers. Stovall, go with Grant. I mean, I have the police officers, why wouldn't I just send 2? Sam Sorkin, sorry chief, but I quit. In one night I pulled in more cash than I earned in a month working at this dump. Mr. Sorkin said he wouldn't mind taking me on. I guess I just wasn't cut out to be a cop. No, because you absolutely suck. Oh, nice. Got 4.5. Oh, suicide threat. Ooh, those are not technically a crime in my eyes, because those people just need help. But Robbins and Vandal, go help the poor guy out. Now it's the end of the day. I'm just gonna wait.
We've got a situation.
As police arrive, a clown is seen making balloons animals for the kids. Carefully watch the clown from the stand.
1111.
Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Great job, Stovall. Great job, Grant.
411.
Suicide threat. Offender caught. Officer unharmed. Technically not an offender, but okay. Let's end the day. Stovall, Birch. I'm gonna tell Grant, you're gonna work tomorrow. But we are gonna go to shift B. Day 4, July 18th. Day 4 will come in the next episode. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you like, this is The Police. Live a like. And I want to see you in the next episode. Goodbye.